go on our way to Costa Rica.
So after a 3-hour flight, I finally see Costa Rica. And I see straight across to the Pacific. There's mountains. The view is amazing so far, and I can't wait to get on the ground. But I have a 3.5-hour drive to Manuel Antonio. And at first it didn't make sense that it would take so long, but after seeing it from the air, it's starting to make sense. That 100-mile drive that I could do in maybe an hour and 20 minutes in Florida was definitely gonna take all 3 hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to be the first to welcome you to San Jose, Costa Rica. Please remain seated, seatbelts securely fastened, overhead bins closed until the captain has turned off.
So right now, you may be wondering how you found yourself here, or what is this channel even all about? Well, this channel has had a few names since inception, but never a real purpose. That is, until now. And since we've got about 10 to 15 minutes of time-lapse, sped-up driving content, let me take this time to cordially invite you to Navigating Circumstances, the story going forward. A few recent events in my life led me to thinking about how I live my life, my goals, and what the future holds for me. Some serious pondering was in order, and it didn't take long for me to figure out that with all my possessions, a nice car, a nice house, a flourishing career, a family that I love, I didn't feel like I belonged in my current physical location forever, and that there is more in this world for me to adventure off to and explore. Now this was a bold statement from my inner voice, considering I basically never traveled outside the USA besides a work trip to Canada, and my average vacation was nothing more than a quick trip down to the Florida Keys. So I had some serious comfort zones to break out of. I needed an end goal, and I needed a plan to get there. The end goal didn't take long to figure out, as it was a dream that's been brewing since I was a child. To live and travel on the water via sailboat. Not just any sailboat, a catamaran. However, the breaking of my comfort zones and a plan to get to my future destination will likely prove to be more difficult, but the dreaming part, I've always been good at that. So this channel, Navigating Circumstances, is the story going forward. It's the story from now to when I end up on my catamaran, sailing the world, hopefully with some of you coming aboard to go on journeys with me. And it all starts with this trip to Costa Rica, the first step in breaking out of my comfort zones. The channel will also feature the circumstances in my life, such as work in the live show concert industry as a sound mixing professional, as well as journeys through my hobbies such as building and driving fast cars and a lot of fishing. So I want to humbly welcome you to the revamp of this channel, and I hope you enjoy the new format of content, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Since we have a long time-lapse drive ahead of us, how about I tell you some fun facts about Costa Rica? The national language is Spanish, and Costa Rica has a small population of just over 5 million people. Its government is democratic, and the currency is colones. The national anthem still plays on the radio every morning at 6 a.m. The capital is San Jose. There are 7 provinces that make up Costa Rica. They are Guanacaste, Alajuela, Heredia, Cartago, Limon, San Jose, and Punta Arenas, and I probably just butchered every one of those names. Costa Rica is home to 8 indigenous groups, all recognized by the government. The natives call themselves Ticos and Ticas. It was ranked the happiest country in the world in 2012, and Pura Vida is the friendly saying, and it means pure life. 25% of the land is held for nature conservation. Costa Rica has banned recreational hunting, and they have many sanctuaries, including one that protects millions of turtles. Costa Rica hosts more than 5% of the world's biodiversity, even though its landmass only takes up 0.03% of the planet's surface. There are over 500,000 different species of wildlife, and 900 of them are different birds. There is a dog sanctuary with over 1,800 stray dogs wandering it. The national animal used to be the ordinary white-tailed deer and can still be seen on their currency, but has since been changed to the sloth since 2021, and what amazing creature that is. There are over 200 volcanic formations, but only 5 of them are classified as active, and earthquakes occur just about every day. However, they are minor and are rarely ever felt. Costa Rica is a farming nation, with tourism only accounting for about 10% of the nation's economy. Along with the surging new tech sector, agricultural is still its primary bolster of the economy at 40%, with exports such as coffee, bananas, pineapples, palm oil, and beef. Almost all of the energy in Costa Rica is from renewable resources such as solar, hydro, geothermal, and wind. And as you can see in this driving time-lapse, Costa Rica has notoriously bad roads and traffic due to its outdated highway system and mountainous roads with many twists, turns, ups, and downs. You need to stay aware while driving at all times, as there are many vehicles moving at different speeds, such as motorcycles you'll be passing on the left, as well as motorcycles passing you on the left. There will be commercial farm equipment causing traffic congestion, tourist buses, and semis all pretty much maintaining the posted speed limit, while it seems like every other car on the road is doing close to double the speed limit, so stay vigilant. You can't pump your own gas. Anyone from New Jersey and the States knows about this full-service experience. Most of Costa Rica doesn't have addresses like we're used to. Most directions are vague at best, with landmarks being used for navigation, like, hey, take a left at the 5th palm tree with a pink flamingo hanging from it. That's my place. Or, make a left at the gas station past the mechanic shop. You'll see when you start to read the directions down here how they work. It's rather unique. Although they are now working to implement street signs, your best bet is to still rely on Waze when navigating the country by vehicle. And last but not least, regular old restaurants in Costa Rica are just referred to as sodas. So, I'm finally arriving in Quepos, and my first stop is to pick up my friend Jen. She's a Costa Rican native, and she's going to be my tour guide for the next 6 days.
Waiting to pick up Jen. Just going to cross on the ferry right now. Where are we?
Where are we?
Yeah, where are we?
Quepos.
Quepos.
Marina de Quepos.
Marina de Quepos.
Ajá.
Ah, Marina de
Sí.
Quepos, sí.
Sí.
Surfers, Ocean, Turkey, bonita. Bonita o bonita?
Hermosa.
Oh, hermosa. Hermosa. Okay, let's go supermercado. Okay. Hold this.
So now we're heading over to a supermarket to get some food and some drinks for the hotel room, which I highly recommend. Anybody who's staying in the Manuel Antonio region, definitely stop in Quepos and get your supplies. It's going to be much cheaper. Once you go up the mountain, things get expensive quick. And now we're heading up to the hotel. It's called the El Faro, and it's a hotel made of shipping containers. Rather unique building choice. However, it is located right next to the Manuel Antonio National Park and has some really stunning views, as you'll see. The road to Manuel Antonio National Park is narrow, twisty and has a lot of ups and downs, so you have to be really careful when you're driving through here. But along the road, there's lots of great restaurants and shops, and as you'll see on the right, we're coming up on the beach, which this view was just absolutely amazing when I saw it for the first time. And knowing that it was at the footsteps of the hotel made it even better. Located right near the beach is an amazing restaurant called Buru Beachside, and it's right here on your right. As we travel up the mountain, you can clearly see people will park just about everywhere. And as I come to find out, that's just the norm here. As we approach the entrance to Manuel Antonio National Park, there's plenty of parking to your right, but you have to be careful because there's a lot of shady guides who will offer you promises but won't deliver on them. So make sure you book online. And this is the El Faro Shipping Container Hotel, my home for the next 6 nights.
We gotta go check in. Let's go.
So this concludes the first video of my Costa Rica vacation experience. I hope you've enjoyed it. And please subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to check out this view at the end. It's pretty amazing. I was happy to see it every night.